In the realm of estate planning and probate law, particularly in high-profile cases involving allegations of murder within a family, specific statutes come into play to ensure that justice is served beyond the criminal courtroom. One such critical provision is commonly known as the Slayer Rule, which prohibits individuals from financially benefiting from the intentional and unlawful killing of another person. This rule is designed to prevent wrongdoers from profiting from their crimes, upholding a fundamental principle of equity and morality in inheritance matters. In many jurisdictions, including California, this rule is codified in probate codes that treat the perpetrator as if they had predeceased the victim. This legal fiction effectively disqualifies them from receiving any portion of the estate, whether through a will, trust, or intestate succession laws that apply when no will exists. The application requires a finding that the killing was both felonious, meaning criminal in nature, and intentional, distinguishing it from accidental deaths or acts committed without full criminal intent. The process typically involves a high burden of proof, often aligning with criminal convictions, but probate courts can sometimes make independent determinations. For instance, even if a criminal trial results in an acquittal based on defenses like insanity, a separate civil proceeding in probate might still apply the rule if evidence supports the intentional and felonious criteria. This dual-track approach ensures that the protective intent of the law is not easily circumvented. Pending criminal charges create a practical hold on estate distributions. Administrators or executors of estates often delay payouts until resolutions are reached, preserving assets and avoiding irreversible transfers. This cautionary measure protects other potential heirs and maintains the integrity of the probate process amid ongoing investigations. High-net-worth estates, especially those built over decades in creative industries like filmmaking, amplify the stakes. Careers encompassing directing, producing, acting, and writing can generate substantial wealth through box office successes, residuals, royalties from intellectual property, and ancillary revenue streams. Iconic films across genres, romantic comedies that define eras, coming-of-age tales based on literary classics, fantasy adventures beloved by generations, intense courtroom dramas and psychological thrillers, contribute not only to cultural legacies but also to financial portfolios valued in hundreds of millions. Family structures in such cases add complexity. Blended families with children from multiple marriages, adopted siblings, and varying degrees of involvement in estate planning require careful navigation. Wills and trusts might specify unequal distributions, charitable bequests, or conditions tied to behavior, but the Slayer Rule overrides beneficiary designations if triggered. Motivations and alleged crimes remain speculative without trial evidence, but historical patterns in familial disputes sometimes involve underlying issues like substance abuse, mental health challenges, or strained relationships. Public glimpses into family dynamics, such as collaborative projects exploring themes of addiction and reconciliation, highlight efforts toward healing, yet tragedies can overshadow those narratives. Criminal proceedings carry severe penalties, ranging from lengthy imprisonments to, in some cases, capital punishment considerations. Prosecutorial decisions on seeking the maximum sentence depend on aggravating factors, evidence strength, and jurisdictional policies. Defense strategies might incorporate mental health evaluations, influencing both trial outcomes and subsequent inheritance implications. The broader societal impact of such rules reinforces deterrence against violent crimes for gain. Originating from common law principles rejecting unjust enrichment, modern codifications balance individual rights with public policy. Exceptions are narrow, ensuring the rule's robustness while allowing for rare equitable considerations. In essence, these legal mechanisms provide a safeguard, redirecting assets to alternate heirs, often siblings or extended family, preserving the decedent's intended legacy minus any tainted claims. They embody a commitment to justice that extends from criminal courts into civil inheritance matters, ensuring that no one profits from deliberate harm. This framework applies universally in similar scenarios, promoting fairness in tragic circumstances. Estates tied to enduring artistic contributions continue to benefit society through ongoing revenues, even as personal losses reverberate. The interplay between criminal liability and civil consequences underscores the comprehensive nature of legal accountability. Ultimately, the Slayer Rule stands as a pillar of probate ethics, adapting to complex human stories while steadfastly guarding against moral hazards. It facilitates closure for grieving families by aligning financial outcomes with principled resolutions.